Okay, guys, this test weight thing is getting a little bit ridiculous. Here I am. I don't even know what time it is. Like 11 o'clock at night. I couldn't sleep because I'm thinking about this and it just boggles my mind. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little video and hopefully I don't butcher it so bad that I confuse even more. Okay, so these are probably going to end up looking like light bulbs, and I'm trying to draw through the video screen, so here we go. Okay, so this is one kernel. Here's another kernel. Okay, so we have two different kernels that are two different sizes, but both of them weigh, let's say, 5 grams. Okay, so we have two kernels that are different sizes, but yet weigh the same amount of weight. Okay, so let's say we have 100,000 kernels of these and 100,000 kernels of that. Okay, so what's 100,000 times 5? 100,000 times 5. Okay, 500,000 grams total. So we have two different size kernels. They both weigh the same though. We have the same amount of kernels and they weigh the exact same amount. Okay, so because this one is a smaller size, it's going to have a test weight of, say, 60. Because this one is a larger size, but yet weighs the exact same, let's give it a test weight of 52. It's irrelevant, but so I just made those numbers up. But anyways, this is represents. So we know test weight is a volumetric measurement. Okay, volumetric. That's all we're doing. That's all it does. It has absolutely nothing to do with what the kernel weighs. Okay, so I've got two bins. They're built on the exact same day by the exact same contractor, and they're the exact same size. So normally, they would hold, say, well, let's just say full. Normally they should be able to hold 100,000 kernels. Okay, so this test weight, the 60, it only actually fills this bin 3/4 full. We've still got 100,000 kernels in her. We've still got 500,000 pounds or 500,000 grams in that bin, but it's only 3/4 full. Why? Because of the higher test weight. The higher test weight decreases the volume. It's a measurement of volume, so it decreases the volume that is needed to hold 500,000 grams. Okay, so now this bin, I'm going along. Okay, I filled this bin with my 60-pound test weight, and I'm going along and I'm filling this bin, and I'm going and I'm going and I'm going and I'm going. Oh no. It spilled out on the ground. Why? Why did it spill out on the ground? This one's only 3/4 full. Why? Because of 52-pound test weight. The 52-pound test weight, as you can see, it's a bigger kernel. The bigger kernel takes more volume. So even though I have the same amount of kernels, I have the same amount of weight, my grain bin still spilled over because of 52-pound test weight. It took more volume to hold 100,000 kernels, 500,000 grams. That's why we get, one of the reasons why we get docked at the elevator for having low test weight. Why? It takes more bins. Heck, I don't know, maybe your elevator had to build a temporary storage, outside because you hold in low test weight corn. It might have averaged 300 bushel the acre, but it was low test weight. Okay, so I shouldn't even said the bushels because that has absolutely nothing to do with it. Test weight, volume. Okay, so we were talking about corn before. I'm going to switch this over. Maybe this will help you understand. 1152 O equals 59 pounds, a foot cubed. Okay, now what we're talking about fertilizer here. We were just talking about corn. Now we're talking about fertilizer. What does that have to do with anything? Okay, well, 4600 equals 48 pounds a foot cubed. Okay, so let's say I have 50,000 pounds of 1152O, and I have 40. I'm sorry, I'm not watching the video, so I hope you're getting this. 46,000 pounds. I'm an idiot. I have 50,000 pounds of 4600. Okay, so I have same amount of weight for both of these. Now, I have been ordering 1152O for the past 10 years. And I know that I have 2 bins that I have been putting 1152 in for the past 10 years. And they have it fits perfect. 50,000 pounds of 1152O at a density of 59 pounds a foot squared fills 2 bins perfectly. But this year I decide that I'm going to order some 4600 because there's some good discounts. But I forget to figure the 48 pounds a foot cubed. Now remember, these are densities. What does density do? Density measures volume. What does test weight measure? Volume. Okay, so I ordered the 5600, I keep saying that, 4600, and I start filling this bin. Okay, I fill that. Alright, I bring in my next semi-load and I start filling this bin, and I'm watching it, and I'm watching it, and I'm watching it, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, hey, wait a minute, this isn't going to fit. What am I going to do? I don't have a third bin. So I end up filling this bin, and I end up putting some in my old beat down piece of junk tandem axle truck that I have, because I don't have enough room. Why? I don't know. I ordered 50,000 pounds of 4600. I usually order 50,000 pounds of 1152O. What's the difference here? Density, my friend. Density. Because of the different density, I can put less volume in a foot cubed. Only 48 pounds in a foot cubed compared to 59 pounds in a foot cubed. Because of that, it takes more space for 50,000 pounds of 4600 than it does for 50,000 pounds of 1152O. Just because the density of this is 59 pounds a foot cubed does not mean that I have more pounds of 1152O. It simply means that I can put more 1152O into a given volume. Okay, so going back to our corn example, this right here, this smaller kernel is 1152O. Large kernel, 4600. You can put 48 pounds in a foot cubed. This one you can put 59 pounds in a foot cubed. That is the difference between test weight right there. That is what test weight tells me. That's all it tells me. It does not tell me how many bushels an acre it made. It does not tell me how much weight that kernel is going to weigh. All it tells me is how much volume I'm going to need to store this amount of weight. So, the only difference is that 1152.0 and 4600, those are known volumes. 59 and 48, they're constant, they're the same every year. However, with corn, the reason that we have test weight, the reason that we measure for it, is because there's so many variables year in and year out that we cannot develop a consistent, there's no consistent density for corn. It is ever changing every year. So we use test weight to know more volume. If that doesn't explain it, I don't know what will. Good night.